Hey everyone, how's it going? My name is Nate Caywood, and today we are talking about how to become a filmmaker in 2 easy steps. Okay, so I know what you're thinking. This is clickbait! Or at least it's an oversimplification of what it means to become a filmmaker, or a director, or whatever word you want to use to describe a person who tells stories through moving images. Now, I understand that some of you might feel that this truly is clickbait, but I don't. I genuinely believe that if you do these 2 simple things, you will be a filmmaker. Now, becoming successful as a filmmaker is completely within your own hands and how you use these 2 steps. Okay, but before we get to those 2 steps, I just want to tell a quick personal anecdote, and I think it will be applicable. So when I first moved to Los Angeles at 22, I was not a professional actor. I was taking acting classes and improv classes, and I was doing my best to become an actor, but I was not an actor. I had survival jobs. I worked after hours at a nightclub. I worked as a personal assistant to a fashion stylist. I waited tables for years. And whenever I was out, at a bar or a house party or whatever, and somebody said, "Hey Nate, what do you do?" I used to always say, I'm trying to be an actor, but I survived by waiting tables. And that answer, I now believe, was driven by insecurity and fear. The fear of feeling like a fraud. The fear that if I told somebody I was an actor and I didn't make all of my money from that job, then I was somehow lying to them. Or trying to network or push status or misrepresent what I am. I had this misconceived notion that making a living or making money was somehow in direct correlation with being an actor, a filmmaker, a writer, director, an artist. But that's not true. Making money doesn't make you an artist. Making art makes you an artist. This is step 1. Step 1 is to say out loud and proud that you are a filmmaker. I, Nate Caywood, am a filmmaker. Because if you can't convince yourself that you're a filmmaker, you sure as heck cannot convince this person at a party, or an executive at a network, or a financier who wants to finance your first feature film. It's that simple. Okay, well that's step number 1, and that seems really easy. It's just overcoming insecurity and self-doubt, proclaiming to the world that I am the thing that I say I am. So what's the problem, Nate? What's step number 2? Step number 2 is make a film. Like,
Hello? 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 What's up, Glenn? What's up is that nobody's here. I know I was like 15 minutes late, but there is nobody else at this Zoom meeting, and I find that to be very disrespectful. So either we have some incredibly butthole workmates, or someone's rescheduled this meeting and didn't tell me, which is also very rude. Unless there's something that you're just not telling me, Glenn. Are you not telling me something? Am I fired, Glenn? Glenn, am I fired? You've got to just tell me if I'm fired. Just tell me if I'm fired. I need to know.
You are not fired. It's Saturday. Today is Saturday.
Right.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
It's, yeah. We don't work on the weekends. Mm-hmm.
You okay?
Yeah. I'm gonna see you on Monday.
Okay, Leslie, talk to you later. Have a good weekend.
Enjoy your weekend. Bye.
Okay. So that film I wrote and shot and directed and edited this week for this YouTube channel with the intention of showing it to you. Is it a masterpiece? Absolutely not. Is it a film? Yeah. Does it have a beginning, a middle, and an end? Yeah. Did I set up lights and use lensing to portray a story and to elicit a feeling, hopefully, from you as an audience member? That was my intention. And hopefully that worked. No, it wasn't Moonlight. It wasn't Casablanca. And that's okay. I think Barry Jenkins and Michael Curtiz didn't just show up making their first film a masterpiece. They had to learn. You know, whether they went to film school or not, I don't know. I didn't go to film school, so I try as frequently as possible to just make stuff. You know, Malcolm Gladwell in The Outliers talks about how you need 10,000 hours to become a master of anything. Well, filmmaking is a discipline that requires the mastery of a lot of things. And you're never going to become a master at doing those things if you aren't constantly in the lab, if you aren't constantly in the gymnasium, if you aren't constantly developing and sharpening your craft and your voice, then you're not being the best filmmaker that you can be. The idea behind this is to be aspirational and inspirational, right? This isn't the thing that's like, oh, you haven't made a film today, like, oh. The entry level of becoming a filmmaker is at its easiest point right now in history. Digital camera technology has made it cheap enough for anybody to become a filmmaker. It's just about your voice and what stories you're telling. Smartphones have given us editing technology that makes it cheap enough for you to edit your films. Social media has given you a platform to be able to get your stories out. Being a filmmaker could not be easier than it is right now. So what are you waiting for? Just remember the 2 steps. Step 1. Say out loud, you are a filmmaker. Step 2, make films. Write something, shoot something, direct actors in it, cut it together, and show people. Show me. I'd love to watch it. I can't wait to see them. Guys, if you like what you're seeing, please like and subscribe. It will really help me out. Tell some other filmmakers, and hopefully we can start a community. Cheers.